Now after the INT, it's Carr. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their own.
How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah.
And he'll get it up. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you read? And the Raiders have got him. To go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Love. Funches has it complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
All day, dog.
Throwing on 3rd down. Love. And he's got his.
You gotta be kidding me. I thought that was a mistake.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. From the 50, it's Love. Campbell making the catch.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Luck now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. Here's Luck. Catch made here by Campbell. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game. Scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Love. And he gets it to Funches complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. He's at the 50. The 30. A nice little juke. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game, and
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. Get nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Looking the Colts, looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Carr.
Bro, what the hell?
And down he goes. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams.
Oh my goodness, bro, really?
And the Colts pick it up, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Bro.
This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even 1 step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. And that'll make our score 14-7. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. On 2nd down now, Richard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down.
Just one method and something.
From the gun, it's Carr. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Carr gives to Richard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given, but how about the respect he gets from his team?
And now the ball's out.
Bro.
Lost it. Fumble.
Lost, bro.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Carr. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 23 yards on the play. First 9 seasons in the league for Brown were, of course, in Pittsburgh. Last year, though, growing concerns of his dissatisfaction in his role with the Steelers and the quibbles with Ben Roethlisberger. So he ends up being traded to the Raiders in March. 7-time Pro Bowler, 6 straight years of at least 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not a bad stretch. What a talent for Derek Carr to have on his side. On 2nd and 15 now. Carr. It's Williams on the catch. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes it.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
And especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 19. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Carr.
That was dumb of me. That was dumb of me. That was so dumb of me. That was so dumb of me. That was so dumb of me. So dumb of me. That was so dumb of me.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now you got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Throwing again on second down. Luck. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Luck throwing again. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I was about to be pissed.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Lott. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They are going for it. It's Lott. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
A 47-yard attempt.
I hope you missed it.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That one good for 26 and a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And finding the tight end Wilson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On second down, Jacobs. And
block that nigga, bro.
Here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, like he's a stud or something.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely no
Not a
run
stud.
there.
Trust me, I know.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's and down he goes.
I had him
Pressure gets
too.
him back at the 14.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he'll take
Let's
it
go,
into
baby.
the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
Oh.
And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting him at this point.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to pull loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Now Luck. Throw left side here complete to Campbell. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, Luck. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Colts first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now it's Locke. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Here's Locke. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The product of Jersey City to hear Whitehead on the sack.
Hey, wahoo!
3rd and long. It's Locke. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Locke. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Raiders on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Carr. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Carr's throw here caught by Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Carr to throw. Got his man. It's Williams.
Why did I do that?
Inside the 35-yard line.
Fuck.
Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016.
Hold on to the
Chargers
block,
were still
bro.
in San Diego.
Block
Over 1,000
bro.
yards, 7
Hold him
touchdowns.
in
And the Raiders
their
really
house.
have high
Their
hopes for
house.
this 27-year-old receiver.
Fuck, dog.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. A shotgun snap for Luck. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the Colts pick it up.
And that's what friends are for.
Damn, bro, like, what the fuck?
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Luck on 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly
You gotta
that.
master it, bro. That's
deep
it.
in the
You gotta
playbook
master
and a
it.
great grab on the other
Once I
end.
master it, that's it. That's how you
To
know.
throw again on 2nd down. Luck. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the 2-point try. To the air again, Luck. And it's caught. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what
I play his ass week 9, bro.